Good evening everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video we'll be going over the Genesis algorithm that we've created yesterday, or at least we made a start yesterday, and today we're going to nearly finish this entire algorithm. Okay, we'll do it step by step, and in the next video we'll be completely done with this algorithm and we'll be able to run it on the live market, right? So I hope you guys can follow along in this video, and we were going to start off with the actual indicators because as I promised, this indicator will be released, this trading view strategy I must call it, will be released to you guys today. So if you want access to it, the link of our Discord channel will be in the description and you can gain access to this indicator. Now, as you guys can see on the background here, I've done a deep backtest. If you do not have a TradingView Pro account, you will not be able to do deep backtests. But the idea of this video, and I hope some of you can help me, is that some of you will be able to do deep backtest from the 2nd of February or the 1st of February, of course. So somewhere at the beginning of 2022 up to till today, right? The March 19th, right? So if you do this 1 year backtest, it's approximately 1 year. If all of us do this 1 year backtest, we can find out which settings work better than others. Now let me tell you guys which settings are actually relevant to adjust, right? So we're going to start off only adjusting the stop loss based ATR length and multipliers. Okay, so you can see here it has 13 and 6 and 11 and 4. These 4 fields, you can start adjusting them slightly up and down, and maybe one of you finds better settings that I have right now, because doing these backtests takes a little bit of time, and if we make this a group effort, I'm sure we can learn a lot more about which settings actually work very well in this market. Now, will it make a huge change if you change this to 5 and this to 7? No, but the numbers will change if you do a 1 year or even longer backtest. So try it out, change the numbers slightly and see if you can improve the backtest results. Let me show you guys the rest of the settings, because you can take over all of the other settings so that they match mine, especially in the property steps, which we'll get to in a second. So take over these settings right here. Also, this is very important that these numbers align with what we have, because this way we can share our results with each other and actually benefit from it, right? So stop loss, these are the 2 that you can change, 13 and 6. And then the 11 and 4 you can change, and this safety margin you can also adjust it. Okay, so in total you'll have 5 fields you can start adjusting and share with the group what you found. Okay, there will be a $100 prize for the person who comes up with the best backtest for 1 year. Okay, so do the backtest. The person who comes up with the best TradingView backtest for the last year will get a prize. So do share your results in our Discord, right? So let's continue, because we have a lot of work to do. One more thing, take over these exact properties. Okay, so the commission is 0.03%. That means we are trading on Bybit with 0% maker fees. As you guys know, the link to that will be in the description. Bybit has offered us a partnership where we receive 0% market fees for limit orders, right? So because we still do some market orders, they do cost us money. So I averaged it out to 0.03% for our trading commissions, right? The order size is 100% per trade. Okay, so 100% of your equity, which means, guys, that we are not using any leverage, and still within a year we did over 300% profits, right? So that's pretty decent in my opinion. And yeah, please try it out. Let me know if any one of you found better backtest settings. And now let's dive into where we left off in yesterday's video. So in yesterday's video, we basically we're on our way to create the first entries for shorts and longs. Okay, so let me just find somewhere in the chart where we can see both shorts and longs taking place. I think this is a great example. Okay, we get a short signal right here. Okay, and we get a long signal right here. The short signal has 1 take profit. Okay, now if we go back into our indicator settings, what you can read right here is when price hits TP1, activate a trailing stop loss. That means that only after we have reached our first take profit, this trailing stop loss, which is this red line right here, together with the yellow line, they will start trailing down with the price. Okay, and now you can see this allowed us to get out at pretty much break even, okay, before price actually reversed hard on us. Okay, and now we go into a long position. We take 1 profit, 2 profit, and then we close the rest of it. right? So after TP1, you can start taking a stop loss if the price reverses on you, because the stop loss that you will have in the algorithm will start trailing, and trailing means it will start moving with the price. Okay, here another example where we can see the algorithm has given us a long signal, and here is our TP1. And after TP1, you can see this red line, which is our trailing stop loss, starts moving up with the price. At this particular point, price dips below this line, and that's where we get out. Now, this is the safety margin, which means that if this was just a wick that came below, between the yellow and red line, and it would go up again, we wouldn't have been stopped out. But because the candle closed between the red and the yellow, it was a candle close in buffer zone. Okay, so the safety zone we call it the buffer zone. Right, and then price starts pumping, so it's actually a good thing we got out of the short. Oh no, never mind, it was a long, so we could have stayed in. We go into a short, and then we start finding out, okay, we should be long here. But what you can see very clearly here is that this strategy just follows the trend. Okay, so you might have one or two bad trades from every now and then, but then the bigger part of, or the bigger moves, you're in the right direction. Okay, so we can see we start shorting as well here, taking a couple take profits and then closing at nearly break even. All right, so that's the indicator. And now what we have done in these Excel sheets, which, as you remember, these are called our agents, and these Excel sheets, we can download them as CSV files, and they are called the agent tables. They will decide how much buying, how much selling we will do based on the signals that we're receiving. So let's start off with this short signal right here. Okay, so we can see we received this short signal, and based on the actual strategy, we would go 100% short. That means 1x leverage short. Okay, because we have set this the back test to do 100% of our equity, which means if you have $1,000 on Bybit, you're going to go short with $1,000. Okay, so you're pretty much 1x short. Let's call it that. Okay, at your first take profit, we can see that we should be taking profit 2.2% away from the price, and we should take out 10% of our initial trade, right? So if you entered 100% of your $1,000, you'd have to take $100 out, which is 10% of that $1,000, right? And then at the next TP, you take out 15%. The third take profit, you take out 5%. The fourth, you take out 20%. And the fifth take profit, you take out everything, right? You close the entire position. So based on this knowledge, we have created the following tables. We have created one agent with a 0.5 offset. As you guys might remember, the offset is how far away from the current market price on Bybit do you want to start bidding or asking for Bitcoin. So would you like to start buying or selling Bitcoin very quickly? The minimum offset is $0.50. This means that we are $0.50 away from the market price on Bybit trying to buy, or in this case buy, but in this case sell, right? So we're going to start with focusing on the sell. So we're trying to buy we're trying to sell Bitcoin $0.50 above the price of that moment that we get the signal. So you get this red sell signal right here. At around 1,426, you get a sell signal, maybe even a little bit lower, for 1,413. You get a sell signal. At that moment, you'll start bidding to sell $0.50 above that price, which is like 14,100 or 1,414. You'll start selling, and you'll start selling $1,000. If you had $1,000 in Ethereum on your account, you'll start selling $1,000 worth of Ethereum. Okay, so now you're 1x short at this particular point, and you take profit at the next point. And as you can see, our exit multiplier, which is our profit target, like if you're trying to buy $0.50 away from the price, how far away would you like to close that position? Well, we have set it to 9,999, which means a very, very high exit targets. So basically the idea of this particular agent at TESS-Algo seller 1 is to not take profit. Okay, it's only going to take this initial sell, this initial 1x short for us. So let's actually change this to 100%, right? We said 100%. And prevent entries and prevent exits. In the last video, I didn't want to dive into them too much, but what they do is they will tell the agents to look at the RSI. Okay, so let's say the RSI is really high or really low. That will decide for the agent if it should be entering right now or it shouldn't be entering at that particular moment. So let's set this RSI, which is the TRS. It's the same as an RSI. Let's set this on actually the 1 minute time frame. And let's have a look at this particular scenario where we got our short signal right here. You can see at the moment that we get our short signal, the TRS line is still quite low. Okay, so we're below 40. Now you could say that your agent is only allowed to take the short above 50. So for example, if TRS comes up a little bit, you would be short right here instead of shorting the very low right here, which would be at the lower place in the TRS. But because our trading view backtest assumes we're going to exactly follow what it's saying, we're going to stick with this entry and this strategy for now. So we're not going to use the TRS to buy or sell at a good location, but we will use the TRS to prevent our exits. Okay, because like I explained, this agent will only take a 1x short, so 100% of our equity short position, but we do not want this particular agent to take profit, because the take profit will come from this algorithm, right? Because this will tell us when to take profit, and it will send us these little alerts: long TP1, long TP2, long TP3. So we should listen to the algorithm and not just have a random take profit level. So I've written some of these signals down, or all of these signals, and we have to kind of brainstorm what do we do at each of these signals, because this is actually what this algorithm will send to our bot, and now we have to decide what should the bot do in each one of these scenarios. So we have this open, long, close, all shorts. Okay, which is this particular one that we're working on right now, trying to do a long because the buys is allowed and the sells is not allowed. This one has prevent exits false, but we're going to set it to true, meaning we do not want this agent to exit. We're going to set the amount to 100% because that's what our trading view backtest is based on. We're having an entry timeout. That's the rest of it seems fine to me. So we're going to set the exit to impossible. So if it's trying to buy below 34, how do we make the take profit impossible? By setting this, for example, to 99. Okay, so only if the RSI goes to 99, this agent can sell whatever it has bought. Okay, on an RSI period of 4 or 88. So this will pretty much never happen. Let's do the same thing for the short. Let's set it to 88, and let's tell it that whatever it's sold, it can only buy that back when the TRS goes to 1 of a period of 81. Basically, whatever it's shorted, it can never buy it back. And now we need to handle those take profits or buying back and selling. We have to handle that with other strategies and other agent tables. Now, as you guys know from the last video, we have created the take profit 1 agents. Okay, what they should be doing is they should be taking profit on our initial trade. So let's say we've taken a short, we need to, as you guys know, shorting is selling. So if we've sold Ethereum to take profit, we need to buy it back cheaper. Okay, how much cheaper do we want to buy it back? Well, based on the algorithm, our first take profit is set 2.2% away from our entry with a 10% take profit level. Okay, so let's do that for the first one, because I want to merge these take profit ones into the same tables. Okay, I don't want to have 2 separate tables for only one take profit. I don't think that makes sense. And this will bring us to something that we call the agent or the parent-child relationship in trading agents. Okay, so let's copy over this particular agent, which is the parent agent, and this particular agent will receive a child. And the way that we do that is we put a .1 behind the name of the parent agent. Okay, this means, or this tells the algorithm that this particular agent, the ETH-Algo buyer 1.1, can only enter the market after its parent, which is ETH-Algo buyer 1, has entered his trade, which makes a lot of sense, guys, because if we have a short position taken, only then can we start taking profit. It makes no sense to take profit if this particular agent hasn't even sold anything or opened any trades, right? So this way we have layered our agents to be active after each other, right? So only if ETH-Algo buyer 1 has taken a 1x short, then ETH-Algo buyer 1.1 will become active, which is a child of ETH-Algo buyer 1. Okay, so 1.1 will become active and we'll start taking profit. Now, we know that we want to take profit 2.2% away from the price, right? And now let's just simply take over some of these, all of these, the rest of these settings, and now we need to find out what do we want to change. Well, because it's taking profit on a short, we know that this, wait, this is the long, so never mind, it's longing. So in order to take profit on a long, you know that you want to short. Okay, so I've set the buys to false and the sells to true. Okay, because the main trade is a long, ETH-Algo buyer 1 is trying to long 100%, and then we want his child, ETH-Algo buyer 1.1, to take profit for 2.2% away from the entry for 10% of the equity, whatever's open. Okay, we have a small entry timeout. We set the prevent exits again on yeah, we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so we're making the exit impossible, because if we sold 100% of our equity, so we're in a 1x short and we're taking some profit, we do not want to close that whatever profit we've taken. So just imagine it like this. You've sold $1,000 worth of Ethereum. Now you buy back $100 worth of Ethereum, so you're left with a $900 short position. If you buy that $100 worth of Ethereum back, you do not want to sell it again, right? You bought it back because that's your take profit and you want to keep whatever you bought back. Okay, so that's why we're making the exit impossible. Again, using TRS to set impossible targets. This way we can assure ourselves that whatever we bought back as a take profit will not be sold again for higher. Okay, we just want to buy it and keep it. Okay, so the entry timeout is fine to me. All of the rest of it looks pretty nice, so we don't have to change anything there. So what did we create right here? We created an agent that will buy $0.50 below the price whenever we get a long alert. Remember, these are the alerts that we will be getting. So let's look for a long alert right here. This is our long alert. We'll be buying $0.50. So like right after we get a signal, we're first in line to buy. So if we've done the buying, we will place our sell order right here. So if price comes here, we will have sold 10% of whatever we bought. Okay, that's what we created with these two agents. Okay, now we know that the next take profit is a little bit further away, and it's how much percent? 3.68%. Okay, so you can just continue the series like this. So here it's 3.68%, 3.68%. Okay, same thing. How much percent profit do we want to take on that? We want to take 15% out. So we go back to our long strategy and we say this is 15% of our equity that has to go out. And then the name, you just drag it down and you have ETH-Algo buyer 1.1 and ETH-Algo buyer 1.2. Now we know that the parent is ETH-Algo buyer 1, and these two are basically children of this particular agent. So they will be placed after this particular one is in a trade. Okay, so this parent has two children. Okay, that's how you can see this. Now we continue. We create another one and have a look at how far should we place this. A third one, it's 4.2%. Okay, did I do something wrong here? Yeah, it's 4.2%. 4.2%. Okay, and how much percent of our equity do we want to take out on the third take profit? It's 5%. Okay, so we change this to 5% and continue to the next one. We can see that that one is 7.1% for 20% of our equity. 7.1% for 20% of the equity. And the last take profit is take profit 5. Okay, so as you can see, long take profit 5 is the one that we want to stop, and that one exits the entire position. So instead of doing another partial take profit, I'm basically gonna tell the bot at this very point to close the entire position. So I'll write it down in my notes. Long TP5 is close entire long position and deactivate long main. Okay, so we're going to deactivate the table that's running and we're going to close the position because why? The trade is done. We only have 5 take profits. After that, we'll be looking for a new trade. And let me just find a situation where that has happened. Right here, we have take profit 4, take profit 5, and we find a new long. Okay, that new long doesn't really play out because we go short shortly after that. But yeah, that's the way it works after 5 take profits. Can we see another example right here? No, it didn't quite reach it, and it didn't reach it here as well. So, but after 5 take profits, you basically look for a new entry. That's how it works, and that's what we will be doing. For example, here on the short, we have 5 take profits on the short, and then we just reopen a new short. We get to the first take profit on the new short as well. Okay, so that's that's the way we've set it up. And we can see that the first agent, we always want to double check our work. For example, I forgot to continue the name. So now this parent has four children, and we can see that the actual parent is trying to buy, because the buys allowed is set to true, and it's trying to buy 100% of your equity, so a 1x position, and then it takes profit because it's trying to sell after that 2.2%, 3.6%, 4.2%, and 7.1% above the average entry price. Okay, so this is your average entry, and then these are the take profits, right? And these are the take profits. Okay, so this is part one for this, and now it makes the work a lot less, because we can just copy over this entire space right here. We can move it for the shorts, and the only thing we really have to change is pretty much change these around, right? Because the short wants to, your main trade is to take a short of 1x, so 100% of your equity, and to take profit on the short, you need to buy back whatever you have sold. So I switched the buys allowed and sells allowed, and now all of these agents are pretty much perfectly fitted for the short strategy. Now we have to do the names again, or the entry ID. We take the parent, we paste it over, then we do a .1 extension to indicate that this is a child, so it can only be trading if the parent has already made its entry. Okay, so now we have our snipe long main and our snipe short main completed, and we do not need this take profit one field anymore, right? So these two, we do not need them anymore, and we have put everything into one agent table. So that's this part of the video. I hope you guys could follow along, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask those, of course, because I'm here to help. So if something isn't clear from this, then please let me know. Now let's have a look at where we stand to complete the entire algorithm. We have created an open, long, or close all shorts, which is this first agent, right? It opens a long or a short based on the signal that we're receiving, and then the rest we do it with webhooks, so stopping the other tables and all of that stuff, and closing potential wrong positions that you have. We'll do that all using our TESS web UI, which will be in the next video, and all of that will be in the webhooks. So this part is done, which means that also this part is done, which is the open long, which is the open short. Okay, so this is done. Let's just highlight it quickly, see what we have done already. Okay, stop loss long, which is also done, because a stop loss we can just use the webhooks again for that. Then we have 5 take profit levels. Well, guess what? We just did all of that as well. So we have our 5 take profits. Let me just quickly select that. Okay, now the fifth one says close entire long position and deactivate long main. Again, we can do that using our webhooks. Okay, so long again after hit take profit. So this is pretty much just starting and stopping of certain tables in your agent table, in your active tables folder. So all of this, again, done using the webhooks tomorrow. Very easy. And that means that also for the short side, we've done everything, right? So we're pretty much done with the algorithm. I could, well, the idea is that I create another pause table, which is a strategy that will be running when we do not have any signals, okay? Because there will be certain times where you're not in the long, you're not in the short, you're just waiting for the next signal. And I have a little strategy that we want to perform at those particular moments, just to make the trading more exciting. And yeah, I think that then after tomorrow's video, we'll have our algorithm completed. It will be pretty basic, the way it will enter, exit, and take profit. It will pretty much follow what we're doing on TradingView. And as you guys know, we can make this a lot more high frequency. We can add a lot more agents to do dollar cost averaging for us. But all of that will be for other videos, because in this video, the main idea is just to create a basic algorithm using Genesis-Algo, using your TradingView backtesting strategies, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is it for today. Feel free to join our Discord. The link will be in the description. For those that want to help me find the best settings for this particular indicator, join our Discord. You'll get access to this indicator and you can start playing around with the ATR stop losses and the trailing stop losses and the safety margin right here. Okay, so the ATR length, ATR trailing, and ATR multiplier. So those settings, you can change them and see if we can find better settings. I mean, 300 or 400% in a year. This is what I'm getting currently. It's not bad at all, right? With a 1.3 profit factor and 66% profitable. Pretty decent. Let me know if you find anything else. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or join the Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.